This video is being shot at the end of January. The days are getting a little longer, and our chickens are now up to 4 or 5 eggs a day. The burnt grass here in our yard may not be pretty, but ash and charcoal is a substantial infusion of carbon for soil fertility. Carbon and nitrogen combine to make rich soil. We've moved the chickens out here to give a boost to the nitrogen. Here's a fun fact for a nice dinner conversation. Chickens don't urinate like we do. They excrete their urine as part of their feces. Urine is very high in nitrogen. That's why fresh chicken manure is considered too hot to use straight away in the garden. All of that nitrogen just needs time to combine with some carbon. Our intention is to use this space as a future garden. My wife wants an herb garden out here in front of the house. She's requested shallow 4-foot square raised beds. Although she has more ambitious plans for the future, we're going to start with 5 raised beds in a checkerboard pattern. The construction is simple enough. I'm using 2x6s. They're cut exactly 1.5 inches short of 4 feet, so the overall dimension of the bed will be exactly 4 feet. I've got 2x2s in the corners to maximize the planting space. I've laid them out on this nice flat cement, and I'm checking for square before screwing them together. The screws are 2.5 inches with washers. I don't want the boards to warp and twist and pull apart as they dry, so I'm hoping that the increased surface area of that washer will help keep the beds nice and flush all together. Arranging and rearranging the beds is kind of fun when they're this small. This should be about where Wendy wants them. I'll be shooting drone footage from overhead for the end of this video, and Wendy can take a look at that to decide if the placement is right for her overall vision for the space. My wife also wants me to build a long bed all along the fence over here. That's gonna have to wait for another video. Thanks for watching. Remember, your dreams are closer than the moon. Thanks for taking this trip around the moon with us.